Uh, I did not like turning 29.
Um,
It didn't hurt or anything, but I'm like, one.
Not even a little bit.
It didn't hurt. No, no, no. It's perfectly fine. The problem was the realization that now I'm closer to 30, which I have something planned for when I do turn 30. Like I have something planned that I'm gonna upload, but like, huh, uh, you know,
It's 29 or 25, as the youth say.
I don't feel
Either
25.
25 is 29 or 25. I don't remember.
25 is 29. It is 29.
Okay,
And
yeah, so
I'll say
25.
this much: I don't feel very 25. I don't. I don't feel very
None of us
25
have
at all.
felt fine in a long time.
Listen, I just know that by the time I'm 30, I will be one of those guys that's like, I'm gonna have a flat stomach, and I'm gonna have like big ass shoulders. Like I'm gonna have them shoulders that like is round right here, and then it like cuts to the bottom of the neck.
Ew.
Like it's not gonna be all muscle, but like I just want to have more definition in my muscles. That's the look I'm going for. Not
You
like
okay with that too?
not ripped, but more definition. Cause even my stomach now, there is like you can see like that there like it's starting to go down, but it's not where it needs to be. So that's gonna be fun.
Yeah, that comes with age.
Yeah, I
It's
do. But
it's getting there.
I plan to be like The Rock at 50. How he is now at like 53, still muscular. That's how I plan to be. But without the steroids.
Yeah,
Without the steroids.
right.
Allegedly.
Oh, natural.
Allegedly. I gotta throw that out there because I'll be damned if I get sued by what's his company? Just Bring It.
I have no idea.
Seven
I have
seven
not.
minute. So he has a company that's like his like trademark and like his brand. I think it's Just Bring It, or at least at one point it was Just Bring It. Um, and he had a production company for movies. I think it's like $7 production.
Hmm.
Is that's which I know more about that because of the wrestling side. But I know that like it's $7 production because of apparently at his lowest time when he was living out of his car, he only had $7 to his name.
It'd
And
be like that sometimes.
part of me is like, dog, you had $7 to your name, you were still $7 richer than a lot of people. let's
Yeah.
be let's be for real. Talking, he was saying he was living in his car like, dog, you had $7 in a car. You were leaps and bounds better than a
You
lot
were
of
living
people.
lavish to some people.
Right. Some people would absolutely just take having the car. Like fuck it. Like I got the car, I can figure
Love
everything else out after that.
that. Right. Get past step one, and the rest will follow.
Right, right. Literally, that. Honest to God, that's how I feel right now in life. Like I just need that first step, whatever it is, to whatever I'm building to. I just need that first step, and then everything else is gonna follow. Everything's gonna take off. Which maybe that's the optimist in me. I have that optimist spirit where it's like, as long as there's a sliver of a chance, as long as there is a little bit of an opportunity, I'm gonna believe that the best possible outcome is gonna happen.
That's a great outlook to have.
That's
I,
a good mindset because things get pretty shitty out there. So
they are,
That's fact.
and that's why I'm like, dog. If I just and I think also is for my own. I try to, and not necessarily gaslight myself, but I'm just at that point where it's just like I have to believe that things are gonna work out because if I don't, then I'm just a guy sitting here, SOL, sitting on my hands, thinking that everything's gonna work out. But it's like I also remember growing up, faith without works is dead. Faith without works is dead, but faith the size of a mustard seed can move mountains. So it's just like having those two mindsets. I'm like, okay, I have the faith. I'm doing the work. When do these
Like, where's
mountains
the
when
rest?
when these mountains about to start moving? Cause
Mountains don't move.
I need a mountain. I need about 3 mountains to move right now.
How many of them live in the mountain
I
to
need.
move?
I
I need
need.
things to shake, shuck, and jive with it.
Listen. As long as they start shaking, I know they'll start moving. I just need them for right now. I just need them to start shaking a little bit so I can at least know that they on the way to be moving. Cause we got a lot of stuff
Just
we
a
want.
little bit of movement. That's it.
Just a little bit. Hey,
Just a
man,
tiny bit. A little jiggle.
just a jiggle, just a little bit. I just need to see a singular rock move, and I'll be like, all right, we in the right path.
Just the ant shake a little bit.
Honestly, though, and I will say this, and I don't know what it was. I had a moment recently where I literally just kind of stopped. Like it was in one of my moments where I was in my lower point mentally, but I just kind of stopped and I was like, okay, fine, fine, fine. I am I am at that point now to where whatever is for me, I am going to accept it.
Whatever is for you will come to you.
Exactly, and I'm like, does that mean I'm gonna stop trying? No, but I'm not gonna be so one track minded about it. I'm not gonna be so bullheaded about it that like it has to be this way. I have to do it this way. I have to go this way. I'm just gonna be like, okay, I'm accepting what is to come to me. I'm accepting what pathway my life has to take because at this point, clearly me trying to define my own path is not the thing that's working.
So
So
sometimes you just gotta let go and let go and let God.
I my and I talked to my therapist about this so much. My relationship with my religion is so weird because I have that internal fight with myself of yes, I believe in a higher power. Yes, I believe in God. But the
Right.
things that I have seen, the thing that I myself have been a witness to, I'm just like, how, what, and then I get that weird like, why am I questioning God? Because it's all in the divine timing. It's all in what His plan is for everything. But it's like I don't understand. I just want a little bit of understanding to help me because I feel like if I'm moving blindly, I'm gonna do something that's gonna hurt myself. So just give me a little bit of understanding so that way I know, all right, it is in your plan. It is in your word. It is in what you have for the world. But this is why. So that way I'm not just leading blindly and being led blindly, if that makes sense.
Yeah. I just learned to I just want to accept life for what it is. If it takes me in a direction I don't want to go, like I don't want to, but
Right.
apparently something is drawing me to this direction. So
Literally.
I guess
Something
I'll
something
go
is drawing me here,
this
so
way.
let me something is drawing me here,
And
so let me
sometimes the signs you're looking for may not come in the manner that you're hoping.
not at all. But
Facts.
it is what it is.
Speaking spoke.
It is what it is though. We gonna make it work. Studio audience, I have a question because I know you probably talked to him more than I have. How is Josh doing after getting absolutely absolutely whooped in air hockey and in basketball, by the way, and in
And
shot, dog, and in the free throw, and in the free throw shot? How he
hey,
doing?
yes, Josh was taking buckets, bro.
You pretending it didn't happen.
He can pretend all he wants. I already told his girl. Yeah.
Hey, he can pretend all he wants, but I beat him both in the free throw challenge, and then I whooped him 7-1 in air hockey.
Dang, Josh.
You should.
Dang, Jim.
Seven to
Rough.
one. Dog, James did better. Cause James, it was like 7-5, 7-6. Like he actually almost beat me. I ain't even gonna hold you. Like
He gave you a run.
he gave me a little run. He did, and I'll admit, the first like 3 or 4, it was because of my own doing. I think the first 2 I knocked in on myself on accident,
Mm.
and I'll take that. I did. I still ended up winning, and then I ended up mopping the floor with Josh. I hope
Yes,
he doing.
yes.
I hope his ego doing all right because he said it when we walked in. He said, "Oh, I'm competitive. I gotta win. I can't go out like that."
And then lost.
And then lost, big big loss, capital L.
Jim.
Yes.
Shame on Jim.
Oh man, that's fun. That's fun. But are you ready? You ready to get into today's episode?
I'm here, bro.
Well, with that being said, let's go ahead and roll them credits. But with that, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the Drunk Texting Podcast. The podcast where we have some drink talks and myths to help you get through your thirsty Thursdays as only we know how to do. I hope you all are doing great. I am one half of your co-hosting team, JB, aka Big Man Tunes, if you follow me on the Tickle Tacos and Instagram, aka Mr. Laugh 'em Out Them Draws. I'm still gonna keep that. I'm keeping that one. Hope you guys are doing great. I hope you guys enjoyed episode 1 of my new shorts content that I'll be posting everywhere, called "What's in the Pack." You can actually see it on my TikTok literally right now as this episode is live. In that pack, I'm so happy. I got my trade binder right here. In that first pack, I literally pulled, and I'm gonna pull it out of the binder so that way you can see it. I pulled an Eternatus VMAX. It's kind of hard to see. An Eternatus VMAX in the very first episode. It's worth a little bit over $10 right now, which is really cool. I have 3 cards that are in my trade binder. I have 4 total. This one is a part of a set that I'm going to be collecting down the line, but it's a good first start. The other 3 are going to be a part of my trade binder. I might keep the Pikachus. I'm not 100% sure yet. For now, they are a part of the trade binder. I think I might keep the bottom Pikachu that you saw, but that's because it was a part of my first pack that I ever opened. So it's a little nostalgic for me. But with that, like I said, I'm one half your co-hosting team, JB. Drinking this week on some vodka and Sprite, keeping it simple because it's been a hectic last 5 or 6 days. We'll get into that in a little bit. And I just wanted something simple today. I am joined today, as I am joined every week, every day, every second, every minute, every hour, by my co-hostess with the mostest, whose name changes more frequently than I change socks. And I say that because I don't really normally wear socks. But with that, I am joined this week by formerly known as... But this week, please tell the people who you are, what your name is, and I already know I'm going to hate it.
No, you're not. You're gonna love it.
I'm going to hate it. I already feel it.
I woke up bright and early this week and went to the name change office. Changed my name to... And they was like, nah. What else? I said, all right. I got you. So, I'm a hit you. I'm gonna hit you with it. I'm gonna hit you. I said, all right, got you. This is the best name. It's a first. It's a first of this kind.
Oh Lord! Oh no!
They allowed me to have a first and a last name. I was like, yo, hell yeah. So, I am the lovely Patty O Furniture. Yes, Patty O apostrophe furniture. I texted it to you so you have the correct spelling of it. Thank you.
Patio furniture. Oh my god. And
Yeah, you have to say my full. You have to say the full name, Patty O furniture.
oh god, it's one of those names like a pimp named Slickback or a tribe called Quest.
Yeah,
Oh
it's
god.
Patty O furniture.
And
First name Patty, last name O furniture.
oh god, I hate it. I hate it.
I don't know why you hate it.
I
That's like
I
I
hate I hate it so badly.
don't know how you can hate it. Like it's the best.
I hate it so badly.
I don't understand why.
I hate it so badly. The only solace in this your is that your name is that your little thing on my phone says PO. I think
Ooh, I'm sure.
I think that is the only solace I have. That's hilarious.
I guess.
It says
I
PO.
suppose.
PO.
I suppose.
Would have been better if it were PU, but you know, beggars can't be choosers.
They wouldn't let me be great.
Oh
It said
no,
patio.
man. Patio furniture. Goodness gracious. Okay, well, Miss O Furniture or Patio Furniture, what are you drinking on this week?
I'm drinking on something I've had for in my fridge for a couple weeks now.
Oh Lord, not
I was
marinated.
like, let me just. No, it's not marinating. It was in a can. I just decided to crack it open today. It is a hard seltzer,
Okay.
citrus punch.
Citrus punch.
I've never had it. I've never had this hard seltzer before in general, but I'm actually really loving it. The more I drink on it, this might just be my drink I bring to parties, so I don't have to chug tequila.
Boo. Bow. Not like it's gonna matter next time you come over here to drink with us. You're gonna get that guest room, so it's not like it really matters.
Mm, maybe.
I stand
We'll
by
see.
it. I stand by it. Mm-mm-mm. I guess. So, as I mentioned, I'm drinking vodka and Sprite. And I'm drinking vodka and Sprite out of a collector's cup, the Atlanta Falcon. Brand new, mind you. And I know my listeners and watchers are probably going to be like, but JB, Big Man Tunes, Mr. Laugh About Them Draws. How in the world could you have a collector's cup for the Atlanta Falcons when the Falcons aren't even in season? They're not playing right now. How were you in the Mercedes-Benz Dome to get one of these things without the Falcons being there? I'll tell you how. Because at the end of a hellacious vacation week slash weekend trip with my wife to Canada, we went to Niagara Falls to be a part of a wedding for one of my best men, and it was wonderful. I had a great time. We came back to the States, hopped off a plane, put on our best outfits, and we went to the Mercedes-Benz Dome, the Mercedes-Benz Stadium. I apologize. And we got down to our two seats, and we prepared ourselves to be enraptured for 3 hours, ladies and gentlemen, for three whole hours, by the one and only Beyonce, formerly Knowles Carter, just now Knowles. And we
Yeah, just
had the best time. We had the most wonderful time. My goodness gracious, I say this with my full chest. Beyonce, without hyperbole, is the best living performer we have on this planet.
bold words, my guy. Bold words.
Without hyperbole. The best, the best living performer that we have right now. Absolutely. 100%.
Mhm.
Because you will not find a singular artist on this planet right now, living today, that could outdo what Beyonce did last night. Well, last Sunday night is what I should say. And what I mean by that is Beyonce on what was night 3 of 4 nights, mind you. We were supposed to be the night that we went was supposed to be the last night. It was supposed to be the last night, but she added another night because Atlanta always show up and show out.
Every time.
We got so much in that performance. We literally got songs that Beyonce songs that she didn't perform at any of her other concerts. We got songs that she didn't perform at any of the ones in Atlanta beforehand. We got a performance that she literally had only done in Paris. And what I mean by that is she brought out her husband, multiple platinum star, Jimothy Z. She brought out Jay-Z. He performed. And he got to do one of his songs, Allow Me to Reintroduce Myself. He showed up and showed out, as well as Beyonce. She had her daughter on that stage, Blue Ivy Carter. She showed out, danced up there with them professionals. You'd have thought that she'd been doing it her whole life. Ain't but 13 years old.
13?
Only 8 but 13 years old. You'd have thought she'd been doing this her whole life. Stood up there. She tore that house down. She brought out her youngest one, Rumi. Little sweetheart. And I'll say this right now. A little side note. Every single one of their daughters, all 2 of them, have followed the same freaking pattern where they start off when they're younger looking just like they damn daddy. And then they grow up and they start looking like their mama. Because you remember Patio Furniture.
Yep.
Blue used to look just like her daddy when she was younger. Now she looked like Beyonce. She looked, oh my goodness, she looked like a young Beyonce. And I was like, my God. It's
She
like
does now.
I was
Crazy.
like, bro, I saw her last night performing truly. And I was like, dog, it genuinely feels like watching a kid, like it feels like watching your niece and nephew grow up, and you're just like, holy shit, when did she get so big? Like, she out here performing, dog. She was standing next to her mom and she was hitting the moves. I said, hold on, ooh, girl. Like,
Listen, Beyonce was gonna stand for nothing less.
and she wasn't. And she wasn't. The crazy part, funny enough, so Rumi comes out. Of course, Beyonce has a song where she talks about like it makes sense why Rumi came out when she came out. But like,
Right.
It's funny. I've been seeing things online where they were like, Rumi got to come out on stage and be out there with her mama. Blue Ivy didn't get that until she was ready to start performing. Like, that's not fair. And they were like, the first daughter had to be the standard bearer. Now the rest of them get to just do whatever. And I'm not even gonna hold you. I laugh my head off every time I think about it, because I'm like, I can only imagine how my brother felt watching me grow up in a completely different household than what he grew up in. Because the war stories my brother tells me sometimes, he was like, man, mama used to knock my head between the washer and the dryer, bro. You got the soft version of mama.
The younger ones always do.
Look, and I'm the youngest of 5, so I got the softest version of both my mom and my dad. Because my dad had 3 kids before he had me.
Oof.
Technically 4, because my older brother, the one that we share a mom, he married. He became stepson. Man, it was great though. I had a great time. Literally, I'm trying to think like what all, like, it's just everything. It was so great. She did 2 aerial. There were 2 aerial elements to her performance. Online has been showing just the one. It was the car at one point, and then it became the golden horse. But now there's a portion of her show where she gets on a glowing horseshoe. And she rides around the arena in the glowing horseshoe, in the stadium in the glowing horseshoe. And she goes to a different platform on the show by the glowing horseshoe, then gets back on it, rides it back to the main stage, then does some more of the concert. Then the end of the concert, well, the ending portion of the concert, she gets on the golden horse and rides it around as she sings 16 Carriages. And when I tell you, I didn't cry, but I almost did. I almost did when she started singing 16 Carriages. Because something about that part when she says overworked and overwhelmed, I'm like, dog, I ain't even been through as much as you, but I understand. Look, man.
It'd be like that sometimes, bro.
And then, I will say, I think my favorite part of the concert that didn't involve her singing was one of the interlude videos, because she had videos that broke up the different parts of the concert. And the one that I think was my favorite, and only because I liked how funny it was, or like how creative, and like it wasn't necessarily like a message in that one. All the rest of them had messages in them. This one was just something funny, because it had a giant Beyonce walking over different parts of the country. And it was to Big X the Plug's song, The Largest. Safe to say I'm the biggest, the largest. Bitch, stepping on shit in the moment, staying in them apartments. Regardless. Like that song, that was the song that was playing as she did all of these different things in the different parts. Like, she lit a cigar with the Statue of Liberty. She picked up an arena in Las Vegas, which I will also say this, because I talked about it with my wife. The ball, or what is it, the Sphere in Las Vegas, they lost out on potentially the biggest PR dream that they could have had by having Beyonce pick up the Sphere and interact with it in that video. Because the earliest version of that video had her pick up the Sphere and interact with it and then put it back down. But the Sphere and like the people, I guess, in charge of it sent her a cease and desist and was like, either you stop using it or you pay us to use it. And Beyonce was like, all right, fine, I won't use it. And I'm like, dog, y'all lost out.
I can afford it.
And the thing is, I'm sure she could have afforded it, but it's the principle, it's the principality of it, in my opinion.
I mean, but I get where they're coming from, though.
My thing is, like, my thing is, if I have something that somebody that big wants to use, like, they want to use my thing in their art, all that's going to do is put eyes on my product, because they're going to go, oh, snap, let me look at this thing that she interacted with. Like, that's free advertising for me at that point.
See, they all about the money.
That's
all they wanted with their money.
See,
they shot big and they fell.
See, my thing is, money is great, and I hands up, I will say this as somebody who is routinely and on record said that money, all I need is about $500,000, I'll be straight. But I 100% understand that in the business world, while money rules everything, sometimes there are some things that money can't get you. Like good PR, good advertising, free advertising, that's some stuff that money can't get you sometimes. Like literally having a artist or somebody come out and say that they love a specific product without being like paid to do so, free advertising. Because then what you could do is then now that opens up an avenue for freaking collaborations with them. Like, come on. I think about stuff like that because I'm like, dog, I would love to have those types of interactions, those types of things to do. Because, man. But all in all, I say all of that to say, actually, no, I got one more thing that I did, I wanted to mention, because I kind of mentioned this before we got started. I joke on here a lot about me thinking that I might have the tism, which truly I do think I need to go see a specialist for, because I would like to know, because a lot of my mannerisms and a lot of the things that I do and say and act like kind of it kind of aligns, but
It's expensive though.
it is. Um, but the thing I wanted to mention at the concert, because Beyonce, Beyonce go big, she go big with everything. As you walked in, you got a wristband. On the wristband was a light attached to the wristband. What that light did is it synced up with the music and it lit up at different points of different songs. It was great. Literally, I have videos of it. The first, I want to say 3 or 4 songs. At about the third song, I checked out of the concert because I was so enamored by the flashing lights that were happening with the music. And I caught myself and I went, did anybody see that? I hope they didn't see that, because, oh my God, like, what? Like, I quite literally, I can't remember what song it was, but she started singing and all of the lights went blink and then it just went up the stadium. And I was like, oh, that's so cool, the light. And I'm like literally like looking down at my own wrist as it's like lighting up. And I was just like,
Fancy.
it's a good thing that I am already married, because I know I'd probably give some girl the ick so bad. Ooh. But it was fun. It was a fun time. I will say, having now gone to a Beyonce concert, and I do feel kind of bad, because I will say, before this concert, when my wife was talking about how much she wanted to go and we made plans, we got the tickets and everything, I literally was like, "You've already been to a Beyonce concert. Like, you've been to one. Why do you need to go to another one?" And now having gone to one, I'm just like, well, shit. When this rock album come out, I'm gonna be there for that tour too.
A rock album.
Yeah, the speculation. The speculation is that her next album's gonna be rock, because she did a house album, she did a country album, and the next one's gonna be rock.
Interesting.
And there have been a lot of teasers to back up that claim, because if you got her vinyl record, there are some pictures that she does in the vinyl record that are like, this isn't country related. These are rock. These are rock imagery, and like these are like rock people that were like big in the rock community back in like the 70s and 80s. So like, and then even to the point of like the stage setup, because the stage setup was a star, but it looked like a star guitar. Like the main part of the stage, the part that lit up, it literally looked like a guitar, a star guitar. So like everybody's speculating it's gonna be a rock album, which I ain't gonna hold you. I would love if Beyonce, especially having been one of the people that once her country album came out, I listened to it on repeat for like 3 weeks, and I still regularly go back and listen to it. I would be down for a rock album. I think having seen her creativity with the country album, she would be able to make something really great and special with the rock album. Like, I think she would, very much like she did with the country album, change the community of music and change the black community around rock music. Because, and I say this, and it might just be my own experiences, but I say it as somebody who grew up in a predominantly white town, predominantly white high school, all of that. Rock music was seen for a long time as specifically like a white people's type of music. Like, there weren't too many black people that were into rock music.
Yeah.
And if you were, it was because you were mostly around white people. And so knowing what she did for country music, which, not to say there weren't black people in country music, not to say there weren't black people who listened to country music, but it became more widely accepted and more widely listened to and appreciated when she did it. And I don't think
True.
too many people would argue me that point. Like, I'll say it because I just have to. I gotta put my own stamp into everything. I was the type of person I listen to country music here and there. I would. I have some songs on a couple of my playlists right now. They're my go tos. I listen to a couple of I got some country songs that I listen to. They're good country songs. But I wasn't as deep into the country music scene as I was until Beyonce dropped her album. Then that's when I started pulling up more black country artists because there already ain't that many, but I started listening to them more frequently because I'm glad now, especially because what Beyonce did, she put eyes on the black country star, the black country artist. She put eyes on them. And nobody can argue me that point because before her album came out, you would be hard pressed to find 100 black people that could name you 3 black country artists. Just 3.
You're not wrong.
But all that to come back around and say, I'm excited for her next album. I'm hoping that by the time she does drop the album and then announce the next tour, I am in a financially better footing so that way we're not scrambling to find Airbnbs last minute so that way we don't have to drive back the night of. Because, whoo, I ain't gonna lie. I know there are some people that do it, but a 2-hour drive after a 3-hour concert with 2 hours of... Because the thing is, we showed up early enough to where we took pictures with... Because she had a giant denim ATL outside of the stadium. We took pictures with that. We went inside. It took us forever to find our seats. We found our seats. We got some snacks. Got some drinks. And literally sat there for like 2 hours waiting to get everything where it needed to be. And it was fun though, man. It was a real great time. But it's tiring. It is very tiring. It is very tiring. It's tiring, but I will say, I feel like if you get the opportunity to go to a Beyonce concert, you go to a Beyonce concert.
I'm good on that.
What? What?
I'm good on that, Chief.
Why?
I just personally...
You're not a concert girly?
I'm not too much of a concert girly, and I'm not too much of a Beyonce girly. So
Really?
there's that.
Wow.
Yeah, I'm not really a Beyonce fan like that. I haven't been a fan of the last couple albums. I'm like, I'm gonna sit it out.
Like, you like her music though, right?
None I'm just like hyping up. I fell off. I fell off the Beyonce train hard.
What was it? Was it Lemonade? Was Lemonade where you fell off?
Yeah, that's where I fell.
So I'm not even gonna lie to you.
I had a few songs on Lemonade that was like, yeah, cool. After that, I was like,
So I will admit, I've noticed with a lot of Beyonce fans, Lemonade was a turning point for a lot of people where it was like if you were a hardcore fan before Lemonade kind of where you dropped off, and if you were just kind of like I'm a Beyonce fan, I like her music, but I'm not a member of the Beehive.
right.
Then that's where after that's where like between Lemonade and Renaissance, that's when I became a member of the Beehive. Like, I was a fan of Beyonce beforehand, but between Lemonade and Renaissance, I really like kicked it in. I like went back and like listened to all her stuff. I read all of the articles, the interviews, all of that. And
I think what killed me with Renaissance being like a house dance album, I am not a fan of house dance, and I was like,
and that's fair.
not here for it.
And that's fair. A lot of I will admit there are a lot of people that aren't house dance fans and are more pop R&B. That's the style or that's the sound that Beyonce had that people like the most.
Yeah.
And 100%, I get that. I do because even taking to Lemonade, it wasn't the sound that people were used to from Beyonce. And the one thing that I will give Beyonce credit for that I don't think a lot of artists do well is the they step away from the genre they're most known for well. Like they'll step away from it and they'll go try to do something else, but it won't be nearly as good and it won't meet that same standard. And I think Beyonce has done a good job of, at the very least, meeting the standard of where she was before, if not surpassing. Because, in my honest opinion, right now, Cowboy Carter is above Renaissance. Like, out of the trilogy of the album that will be, Cowboy Carter is first. Which, funny aside, something that was found out. Renaissance was actually supposed to be the second album to come out. Cowboy Carter was supposed to be first. But I can't remember if they said it was because of COVID or something happened during COVID that she decided to swap them. And so Renaissance became Act 1, Cowboy Carter became Act 2. That's why you can listen to the end of Renaissance and it flows into Cowboy Carter, or you can listen to the end of Cowboy Carter and it flows into Renaissance. With like they both you could interchange them and they could both do as either the first or second. I'm speaking a lot on Beyonce. It's because the concert is still on my mind. I am still there. I've been there all week.
You're still at the Beyonce concert in your seat.
Yes, and I've been there all week. I'm still in my vest with my cowboy hat, my khaki pants, and my boots. I'm still there.
Fair enough.
But we are gonna move on. I have ranted and raved about the wonderful Miss Knowles. I call her Mama Knowles, and I've ranted about her enough. And one last thing, and I promise this will be the last thing. It has nothing to do with the concert, but it does have something to do with Beyonce. At the Sunday when I was at the concert, I had a realization that Beyonce is not on my fantasy list of like celebrity women. If I was given the opportunity, I would take it. And a lot of that deals with the fact that she has hit such a level in my mind that if I were given the opportunity, I would be too nervous. I would be too nervous. I would legitimately be like, I'm scared. I don't know what to do. I'm sorry. Like I would not know what to do, dog. I genuinely, in my heart of heart, like Megan Thee Stallion all day, every day. Rico Nasty all day, every day. Glorilla all day, every day. Beyonce.
It's Beyonce.
I just want to sit. And cuddle. Like, can we just cuddle? Like, can we just cuddle? Can we just cuddle and like I hold a titty? It's like, is that good? You're like, I don't need to do. I can't. Okay. Like that's how I feel. That's where I'm at. And so I realized that last night. I will say. Cause I'm also
glad that you realization.
Yeah.
Some do have that kind of personality, that energy that you just want to be around or get a taste of. I get it.
Yeah, 100%. Damn, I lied. And the only reason I say I lied is because one last thing. This is for the dancers, all the people that are like that follow dancers and everything. Les Twins, famous world-renowned dancers. I think they were in a Men in Black movie. They were in the Men in Black movie, like the newer one that they did. Mm-hmm. They're in that movie. They were there, and
Mm.
they are some of my favorite dancers. They are literally in my like Mount Rushmore of dancers. And so literally I'm watching the concert. I see one of them hit a move that they're known for because they're very known for their like fluid style. I see it and I go and I literally went, hold the hell up. I like zoomed in my phone real quick, like 25 times zoom, and I'm like, holy shit, that is them. I'm like screaming, hollering. I was damn near more excited for them at first than I was for Beyonce in the moment.
Listen, you find your excitement where you can, man.
And I was hyped. I was hyped, and I had a great time. But now we are going to move on. We're going to move on to. I'm terrified of what we're moving on to, honestly,
Oh Lord.
because we got the answers from the two truths and a lie.
Mm.
We got the answers, and just in order to refresh everybody's memory, Rob sent us two truths and a lie. Those two truths and a lie, all three of the statements were: I wrote and self-published a poetry book when I was 17 years old. I've been to sex clubs / parties in 3 countries and 5 states. I have walked across an airport runway just minutes before a 737 landed. And the reason, and I'm pretty sure I said the third one, and the 737 landing, I think that was my, like, the one that I was like, that's the one. That's the one that, like, but I'm not sure. I'm scared. I'm terrified because I know he's going to have receipts for all of the ones.
Of course.
All right, I'm about to open it. Because he sent me a PDF. Okay. Oh Lord. Okay.
I think all be true.
All right.
Like last.
Ah, that's crazy. The lie was that he had been to sex clubs / parties in 3 countries and 5 states. That's crazy.
Hey,
That's
period.
that's crazy. I could have sworn.
Right. I was right.
What was your reasoning for saying that one? Was it because it was like too specific?
No, I said the numbers were wrong.
Ah, we are gonna have to check. We are gonna have to check.
3 countries and 5 states.
Ah, 3 countries, 5 states. We're gonna have to check.
Yeah.
He has the receipts for all of this. So one, true, he wrote a small poetry book and self-published it. And he said to remind him, and he'll bring it the next time we hang out. Which we are gonna try to hang out a little bit more regularly. Hopefully. Especially once I get my money right and I can afford to go out and hang out on a regular basis. So you were right. The real number is 3 countries: the U.S., Spain, and Mexico, and 4 states, not 5.
Period.
Georgia,
Numbers.
Florida, Louisiana, and California.
Interesting.
I really hope, that we. Oh no, it's not a story. It's literally. So he's walked across an airport runway just minutes before a 737 landed in Gibraltar, because in Gibraltar, the Gibraltar airport, the runway had a road crossing. So he literally walked across the airport tarmac just minutes before. Wow, that is interesting. Right? I would have thought. I really thought that that one was wrong. I didn't think that was actually a thing. So, good job, Patio Furniture. Good job, Patio Furniture, for calling that one out right. We're gonna have to potentially have him run us back some more, because I know he got some more. That's the crazy part. Like, I know he got some more that he can run. This man has lived a full life in his short time.
More life than either one of us will ever live.
Right. I ain't gonna lie. I'm trying to. By the time and let me say the statement, because he's not old. The man is in his mid-40s, I believe. I think he's like early 40s, actually. But let me say this.
Mm.
But if I hope that by the time I get to his age at current, that I get to have lived the life that he's lived. Because this man has lived countless lives in his short, I'm going to just put a number out there, 41 years of life.
Sure.
Like I said, the man's not old. Literally, he's not old.
Obviously, living on doing everything under the sun.
Right. Right. It just. Man, that's crazy. Hopefully, Rob, friend of the podcast, Rob, will send us some more, and hopefully he will. We're gonna get him on here one day. We're gonna get him in the episode. We're gonna get him to say some shit. God, I'm terrified for that episode.
I want it live.
I'm terrified for that episode though, because I know that episode. I'm gonna have to mute out so much stuff. Oh God, I'm gonna have to mute out so much stuff. Oh God, it's gonna be like that episode. It's gonna be like that episode of Family Guy where Peter had Stewie in the clan with him, and he covered Stewie's ears while Quagmire was telling the story.
Oh yeah, it was just a whole bunch of silence.
Right. That's how I feel we're gonna have.
No, it'd be great.
Oh, alrighty. But speaking of friend of the podcast, Rob, we have 3 more do or drink truth cards.
Mm.
And we are going to do, all 3 of these are drinking with truth or, telling the truth. Everyone must tell the age. The first one, this is our first one. Everyone must tell the age they lost their virginity. Whoever lost their virginity last must finish their drink. Now, before we get into that, answering that question, are we qualifying virginity as anything sexual or actual just penetration?
I always classified it as just penetration. That's how I always classified it.
Okay.
Same.
Okay. I don't know if I want to answer this.
Why are you gonna expose yourself?
A little bit, yeah.
Yeah.
A little bit, yeah.
Shame.
You wanna flip a coin for who goes first, or you gonna make me go first?
We can flip a coin.
All right, lovely. And we're gonna flip this Pokemon coin, which is a shaman coin. If you watched my TikTok, you know I got this from my first ever pack that I just opened. So this is heads. That's tails. A flip. Tails. So it's me.
Have fun.
So 19.
That's not bad.
It's not bad. But like the reason I asked is because had it been like anything sexual, then my answer would have been like I think 14. 14, 15, somewhere in there. But actual like penetration, 19.
Not bad.
What about you?
I was like 21, 22.
Really?
Late bloomer. I was a child of God.
No, okay, hold on. But what about if it were the other way, where anything sexual? Ladies and gentlemen, what? She got to think about it? Ooh. Oh no, she froze. Oh no.
15, 16?
So, I think I still. No, I mean, based on the qualification that we put, I still would be the one to have to drink. So, oh wait, no. Wait a minute. Whoever lost their virginity last, so it'd be you.
Yeah.
Either way, take a sip. Take a sip.
Give me. I'll take my sip.
Doggone
I
it.
have no shame.
I mean, I don't either, truthfully, but
It is what it is. We
see,
too old.
my thing is,
Me
I have no
pretending.
shame. I have no shame. I just have a point that I don't know what I do and don't want to admit on the podcast. They're the difference, you know. Because you know, if it's me and you talking outside of the podcast, I'll say anything and everything.
All right.
But all right, we're gonna move
Everything's
on. We're gonna move on to the next one. Have you ever had sex in the woods? Drink 2 times. If yes. Nah, actually no. Closest thing.
no. That's always been too dangerous to me.
Closest thing was I got head at a playground.
Dang.
And no, it wasn't. And no, it wasn't at Drexel. Actually, it was not at Drexel.
Not at Drexel.
No, it wasn't in Mount Austin though. It was in Mount Austin. It wasn't at Drexel.
What other fucking park is there?
So it's not a park. It was a play. Well, I think it is a park. It's like a playground. I don't know if you know up there. So the movie theater, right? That's on Baytree.
Yeah.
There's so like behind that, like 2 or 3 blocks behind that, there was like a little like playground play area back there. And
Interesting.
I was out there with a girl, and we weren't dating. We were talking. Like we had already had sex by that point, and we was out there. And funny enough, we had been having some deep conversation, and then she was just like, "Let me suck your meat," and I was like, "Shh." Because look, it was like 9-10 o'clock at night. Like we literally had. We had gone and got food because I think she had went to go see somebody or something, and she was about to go home, but she hit me up and was like, "Hey, what you doing?" I was like, "I ain't doing nothing." She was like, "You want to go get some food?" I said, "Shit, what's up?" We went and got food. We went out to the park, and yeah,
Yeah, what it eat?
slick. I ain't gonna cap. And I say this as a married man: had things gone differently in life, I 100% believe. Nah, I won't say I don't believe this. Had things gone differently, I am confident that I would have become baby daddy number 2, but I would have become her. Like I would have actually become her husband, and I would have been a stepdad.
Mm.
She's the one that I've talked about before, where I've been like, the baby daddy was the ain't shit, and like talking all kind of wild to her and everything. Her. It is what it is. Yeah. Honestly, I'm sure one of my multiversal versions of myself is with her right now. Alright, but the last one. The player that most recently watched porn has to drink for. God, that's me. I'm letting you. I can guarantee you that's gonna be me.
Yeah.
Actually, you know what?
Can't.
You know what? Humor me. When was the last time you did?
I really can't even recall. I know it was before we moved here, so it's been at least like 8-9 months.
See, exactly on my point. Right?
You know, why watch when you can have the real thing?
Preach.
Playing.
And I say it like
Keep
this.
talking.
Here's my response. Here's my response to that. Because you can't have an oven cooked meal every singular day. Sometimes you gotta just pop your food in a microwave and put that bitch on high for 2 minutes.
True.
That's all I'm gonna say on that.
At the same time, sometimes you're willing to wait for the oven cooked meal.
Sometimes you are. But sometimes you ain't got an hour to wait for the meal. You gotta just get that 2-minute microwave meal and be happy.
Oh man.
I'm not wrong though. I'm not wrong, and you know I'm not.
I don't know. Can't relate, bro. Can't relate.
I do want to circle back though before we. I do want to circle back though before we move on to the virginity losing. Was it to a boyfriend?
Mm.
Who was you dating somebody? Or was it just a nigga that you was talking to and you let him slide the draws?
Oh, the virginity one?
Yeah.
Yeah, she was just a guy I was talking to.
You know? It'd be like
He
that.
was like, hey man, you kind of. I was like, shit, fuck it. I get off at 9 o'clock.
That's crazy. That's
That was a crazy experience that I was like, never, no thanks.
Oh Lord, what was it bad? Nah, you gotta tell the story now. Nah, you gotta. I saw that face. You gotta tell the story now. I'm so sorry,
What?
James, but dog, you gotta tell that story.
It was just like crazy, crazy. So, got off work,
Okay.
had a job I hated. It happened in a car
Oh no.
out of my old job because I knew that job was like secluded in the back. It's like a building in the behind some trees and shit.
That's crazy.
My phone was just vibrating nonstop from like group me and shit.
Oh no.
And it was like,
Oh.
I'm ready to go home. He's like, no, let's keep going. I was like, bro, it's 11 o'clock. My family knows this place ain't even open this fucking late. I gotta go home, bruh.
That's crazy.
I was like, you know what? This was cool. I'll text you when I get home. And immediately blocked him. Blocked him, never talked to
Dang.
him.
You immediately
I mean,
blocked him.
listen, I'm not even gonna lie to you. That was not the last time I did that either.
In the car or like hit it and then immediately blocked him?
Both.
Man.
Listen,
Man.
that was in my past.
Oh, 100%.
I was
There's no judgment. There's no judge. We listen and we don't judge, right? Right? We listen and we don't judge.
reformed.
Wow. Hey, we're gonna have to have the freak hour episode one of these days. Cause we
Oh
got
god.
look, we got stories. Now I see you got some stories. We gotta have for the episodes, man. Look, we had our
You
college
get
days. We done had our college days episode. We gotta have our freak. We have to have our freak off episode.
it ain't gonna be too long for me. Ain't got too much freak offing to do, man.
I don't know, man. You sound like you got some stories to tell.
Listen, man. Life, listen, everybody needs their whole face.
100%.
And
100%.
that's all it was. That's all it was.
I ain't gonna hold you. 100%.
You know,
Yes, we know you didn't have a whole face, you sweet little child of God.
Ah! Boo! Boo him!
I'm saying that books, bro.
We were all in our books. We all went to college and graduated, okay?
Exactly. I was in,
You were just in school for longer.
listen. I was in them books and I was in them beds. I was in both. Okay.
All right, books in bed.
You know what was fucking me though?
What was fucking you?
That student debt.
It still is. We're not gonna talk about it. That's too real.
Right. Right. Doggone it. No. Yeah, bring
Who
down.
else is fucking you? You
gonna
got the
bring-
most of it, bro.
Then you gonna
Your
bring down
fault.
this. You gonna bring down this freak. You gonna bring down this freaky.
No one told you to get all that student debt. That's your fault. You chose to let it fuck you for that much and that long. I stopped when my shit hit about 20 something thou out. I fucking stopped.
I stopped before mine hit 30,000. Wow, we good.
Right, my student loans saved. I think like 25 thou.
I want to say mine is at like
That's-
27. I think mine's like 27 to 30.
Listen, mine only at 25 because I had a job that gave me 3,000 towards my loans.
Ooh.
So that shit would have been 8.
Hey, I'm finna start.
Yeah, it is nice. You wouldn't know.
Mm,
It's fucking you every day.
That's crazy.
Every day in every way is wild. Turning you every way but loose.
Listen, that's how. I'm not gonna say that statement. Nope.
Just drink your drink. Drink your little drinky drink.
I'm gonna drink a little drinky drink. I'm gonna just.
Drinky drinks.
The world don't
Save
need
it.
to know. Look, the world don't need to know that one just yet.
Save it.
Save it.
Let's see
Whew.
when.
But we are nearing the end of our episode. We are ending. We are nearing the end. But before we do, we have one more section. One more section that I believe is a lot of people's favorite section, and I believe that it is Patty or Furniture's favorite section.
Oh.
Because it is entitled.
Am I the asshole that's fed by Kristal?
Awesome, awesome, awesome. Thank you again to friend of the podcast, Rob, for getting us that theme song. I am going to turn things over to Miss Patty or Furniture because Miss Patty or Furniture is the one that reads this.
All right, well, let's not. Last time was a doozy, so we'll keep it
I
simple.
loved it.
We'll keep it light. We'll keep it light this time. Real light. Airy. Do I want to? You know what? No, we'll go even lighter. Yeah, sure, why not? Am I the asshole for waiting 3 months to prove my boyfriend wrong? Waiting 3 months to prove him wrong.
I'm gonna say yes. I'm gonna say yes.
Yeah, I mean, 3 months is a while just to prove something wrong. I was kind of petty.
Oh, it had to be proven wrong. Early in the summer, my boyfriend 24M and I 22M started watching Lost. One night we were watching an episode after dinner and my boyfriend asked what happened to one of the characters' girlfriends, Helen. Now, Helen's name is pronounced exactly how you spell it, like Helen Mirren. But my boyfriend pronounced it like Helene. I thought this was kind of funny and said I'm pretty sure it's pronounced Helen. To which he responded with, "No, you're wrong," in a pretty flat, dismissive tone. For some reason, this really got to me. He's always super confident in his opinions and views, even when they're definitely incorrect. But he's never straight up said that I was wrong before. I didn't press it any further. Instead, I patiently waited until the next time someone called the character's name, so that I could finally say, "I was right all along, you're the one who was wrong," which I was only able to do 4 seasons and 3 months later. My boyfriend doesn't even remember telling me I was wrong and thinks it's weird that I waited so long for this petty revenge. He also feels embarrassed that I brought up so much attention to him being wrong. Am I the asshole for holding on to this for so long?
I still say yes. What'd you say, James?
Oh no, I'm saying asshole wouldn't be the word I would use. I would say just petty.
Yeah.
Petty.
Yeah, yeah.
Definitely a petty Betty.
Yeah, you know what? Asshole is too strong of a word. Petty for sure. As somebody who doesn't like, especially who doesn't like being just flat out like, no, you're wrong. Like I don't necessarily like that. I still say yes, a little bit of an asshole, but not a hard, like a soft you're the asshole. Like, and it also depends on how you said like, oh yeah, you're wrong. Like, because if you were just like, you were wrong, I was right, then okay, yeah, you're absolutely the asshole. But if it was one of those like, see, I told you, it's Helen, not Helene, then not really.
Interesting. Very interesting. Well, you know what's even more interesting?
What?
This update.
Oh Lord.
Update time. All right. My boyfriend and I have read the comments on my previous post. We've had a good laugh at all the comments calling him manipulative, gaslighting, and petty.
Dang.
I've enjoyed having my feelings and my methods vindicated, and my boyfriend acknowledges that he shouldn't have been so curt. But I have to clarify my boyfriend is a beautiful, kind, and sensitive man, and that his not remembering the incident in question is not evidence of him gaslighting me, but of just how silly the whole situation was. He's always been nothing less than honest with me, maybe even to a fault. But we've always had good communication. I love him, and we both find this mispronunciation really funny. But why didn't you Google it? Because that's not what Benjamin Linus would have done. He plot and connive because he's a petty hoe. So that's exactly what I did. And then the boyfriend makes a comment.
Oh no.
He says, "You may be asking, why and how the hell did I think her name was Helene? The explanation is as simple as it is stupid. I was also rewatching The Office at the time this incident took place, and there is a character named Helene in it. However, I recognize that I was an asshole in this situation."
Okay, well now this is just silly. Now it's just a silly little situation.
Right. All right. Now you see, it was never that deep.
Yeah. It was never that deep. I think that was, you know, yeah. Heck yeah. Yeah. Yeah, yeah, not just a silly little incident. I like where this happened. I'm glad that they were able to work it out.
Yeah. The breaking up over mispronunciation is not that deep.
Never.
Would I have waited the 3 months? No, I would have easily found a clip. Like, see, right? Because I'm gonna prove you wrong right then and there.
I mean, that's fair. That 100%. I would have done the same
Like, no, we gonna figure it out right now. Damn it!
thing.
Listen, our bedtime debates have made me very adept at proving people wrong right then and there.
Oh Lord, bedtime debates.
Dude, you don't even want to know.
I kind of
He
really
gets the
do.
he gets the verbal zoomies at night. The verbal zoomies. He'll wait till we get all the way in bed. We done took our medicines, took our vitamins. We're in bed. Then he's gonna strike up a conversation that leads to a debate, which leads to both of us on our phones finding evidence for the debate that we had for like 2, 3 nights. What was it like? Because we were watching he was watching Vigilantes, and it was like something about
Oh, the whether or not
right, whether or not like people's
people.
their opinions affect heroes. And I was like, people matter, their opinions fucking don't. And he was like, but. I'm like, bro. Because the whole thing with not Vigilante, it was To Be Hero X.
Mhm.
That was an example he brought up. Because
Mhm.
in that, the heroes, like,
That-
powers are based off the people's opinions. I'm like, man, fuck that noise.
the hero. Yeah,
Yeah,
it's a power.
exactly. But again, he tried to bring my hero into it, which was a bad idea.
Yeah.
I know about my hero. And he's like, well, what about so and so? They was gonna be a hero regardless.
Yeah.
No, uh-huh. So we
Because
spend like a good hour debating in the bed at night.
because the thing with, especially the thing with like my hero, there are a lot of heroes that don't give a shit what the public opinion of them is.
Exactly.
They're gonna do their job one way or another. Prime example, Endeavor.
Thank you.
Prime example is
Thank you.
Endeavor. I'm gonna be 100.
Thank you.
Even to how he was at the end of the show, he did not really care. Like, yes, he cared about his public image and he cared about being a symbol of peace. But at the end of the day, he didn't give a fuck what your opinion was.
Right. People fucking hated his ass, but he still went to save them.
And he said, "Hey,"
Because why? People's opinions don't matter.
he was like, "I'm the number
It's
one
all
hero."
about their own personal sense of justice.
Exactly.
Well, I would say not in every reality, not in every reality. I will do that.
We're talking basic general hero society. People's opinions don't matter.
I mean, people's opinions don't matter to every. Like
I mean,
people's opinion will have some influence on how a hero or villain operates.
But will it though?
Hell,
Yeah,
even DC and Marvel, public opinion don't really give a fuck. It don't really matter.
Like we just went and saw Superman. Like with
yeah.
Superman, he was mad, and guess what? No,
No
that's not where
spoilers,
I'm
by the
going with it.
way. No spoilers, by the way.
I'm about to say, huh?
No spoilers, by the
Bring
way.
home.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Anyway, I don't know how to say it without spoilers.
Mm-mm-mm.
I mean, it's kind of generic. Anyway, at one point, people did not like him. I'm not gonna say why. Just know, at some point, people didn't like him, and guess what? He still went to save the fucking day.
Yep.
Why?
Well,
Because he had his own personal sense of justice. Ain't no hold. You are not gonna so psychologize me right now, bruh.
See, I have to do the same thing. I'll be like, hey man, stop psychologizing me.
Right now, you see what the bedtime debates be like. This is how our bedtime. So imagine this with us laying in the bed, bonnets on, looking crazy as hell,
Oh
with like
nah,
Food Network in the background.
oh nah. I'd have thrown his phone by that point because I'm like, no, we're not doing this shit.
I
No, I'm debating back.
for my thing, one factor is environmentalism. So, for example, you take the character Superman. You put him in a different environment. Will he still operate the way Superman? Be certain differences, and that's one factor. Could be his relationship with people, and those people are still part of the wider society. So let's say, for example, you take a Superman that is open to kill. Since
What?
Superman, yeah,
You're throwing hypotheticals to defend your
no,
point.
no, there are actual Supermen who are willing to
How
kill.
many Supermans are there?
You know,
Why are there so many
Several
Supermans?
multiverse.
right? Yeah,
Mm, like Spider-Mans.
yeah.
Mm.
So everybody sees Superman. He is the epitome of heroes, just like how All Might is the epitome of all heroes in his universe. So, however, whatever he chooses to do, people, the hero community will take that as, oh, we need to follow suit. That's what he's doing. We need to do what he's doing, and that's a lot of pressure to put on the person. And I'm not saying it's going to stop them from being a hero, but it could change how they view how to operate as a hero. Same thing with villains. But I can go on and on about this.
Yeah, you can.
I
But
see.
again, my opinion stands. You can say, "Oh, you know, you keep going on. You bring up hypotheticals and you negate your own point.
No, it's
They're
not.
inviting you.
It's
No,
not
yes,
hypothetical. Like
not again. You just said that certain heroes are the epitome of heroes, and what they do, other heroes are going to want to do. At the end of the day, again, it's all about their own what they choose to do as individual heroes. It's their own personal sense of justice.
All
Just
right,
because
you two, save it for the bedroom. We're gonna put this one on pause. Okay, save it
all
for
right,
the
we don't
bedroom.
have sex, we
Save it
debate.
for the bedroom. We will be here all night if y'all continue this. Uh, but
Mm-hmm.
yeah, not the asshole. It was a silly little situation. Um,
What's the situation?
I liked it. I think we are going to wrap it up here because if we don't, the two of them are going to continue to debate until the sun comes up. But before we go, ah, mm, with that being said, ladies and gentlemen, that has been the Drunk Texting Podcast. If you guys have enjoyed today's episode, please do us a favor, like, comment, share, do all the lovely things that help support and help us grow as a podcast. If you do me a favor, follow me everywhere at _BigManTunes _ because I've changed. I'm doing a little bit of a rebranding. All those links will be down below, but if you feel like just typing it all in, it's at _ BIGMANTOONZ _ Big Man Tunes. Over on, actually on all of them, on Instagram, TikTok, Facebook, and YouTube, I will be having a new weekly thing that I do. It's only going to be every Wednesday until I get more followers, get more supporters, and also get more money so I can do it more frequently. I'll be doing card pack openings. Gonna be, it's mostly Pokemon, gonna be some One Piece, gonna be a little bit of Yu-Gi-Oh in there, and some Magic the Gathering, but it's going to be majority Pokemon. It's like, it's gonna be like 75% Pokemon, 10% One Piece, 5% Magic the Gathering, 5% Yu-Gi-Oh, and then 5% whatever else happens to be within the vicinity or something that I think would be interesting for me to have. But with that being said, I'm going to hand things over to Miss Patio Furniture. Please tell the people where they can find you.
You can find me everywhere at Kristal Deshan. KRISTALDESHANE.
Awesome. We'll love that. Those links will also be down below, as well as all of our show links for all of our various social medias on shows. Hopefully we'll be back to posting clips soon. I'm gonna, if I can get help getting the times clipped out of things, I'm gonna do better about editing them, because I've kind of gotten my wind back for being creative and creating things. So we're gonna try our best here. But with that being said, la-di-da-di-da, the la-di-da-di-das. Please understand and know that you are loved, that you are appreciated, and we are so happy that you joined us here on this podcast. And before we go, please remember to always drink responsibly, never drink and drive, sometimes drink and text. And with that, we will see you all next week. Love you, mean it. Bye-bye.
If you or a loved one is struggling with alcohol abuse, dial the National Drug and Alcohol Treatment Hotline at 1-800-662-4357. The National Drug and Alcohol Treatment Hotline provides information on alcohol and drug abuse, local treatment options, and support through hotline counselors who are there to help and speak with you about alcohol, drug, or family problems.